Hey, Talent Brand followers, how you doing? Damon Frank here, brand manager. Just want to reach out. Just want to show you, we're sitting here in the conference room. Got a little early riser today, and recording a bunch of video messages, some podcasts, all kinds of stuff. So just coming to you real quick. This is kind of part two. We had some emails from some people about some social media followers about how to set goals in 2017. And a lot of people were wondering why I had recommended setting shorter term goals instead of longer term goals. So I wanted to address that real quick. I love setting long-term goals. I think they're great. I just don't think that they're as effective in marketing as they are maybe with finance or maybe even sales. I think marketing goals, because it moves so fast, especially digital marketing goals, I think you can have an idea of what you want to do long term. I think it's really about the execution with marketing. So you can have the best ideas in the world and really get nowhere. Even if you're a bad saver in finance, you'll get somewhere if you save, right? But sometimes in marketing, you'll do a lot of stuff and nothing will happen, right? So you're expending a lot, and nothing will happen. So I wanted to kind of put together what we're doing here for the clients and what we're finding successful with marketing goals. I like looking quarter at a time for my longer term goals, and then what I try to do is I try to put together executable things within that month that we can do, right? And so what I want to talk today is about lead funnels. And about, putting one lead funnel in place. And this is the thing, because so many times what happens is about right now, you've set these goals and maybe you've even set short-term goals. And now you're finding it's like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. There's just too much stuff to do. Where do I go first? I got to learn any technology. I got to do this. I got to do that. I think the first thing to do, and the first thing I do is I put together a content calendar and a marketing calendar. And I just outline the month. That's it. I say, okay, this week I want to do this. This week I want to do this. I'm going to have a sale this week, right? Whatever is right for your business. Now, if you're in the service industry, it might be topics, right? So if you're a dentist, it might be, trying to get that new smile. How are you going to get, you're going after people who want dental work. Or it could be, setting goals, other people's goals. It could be for nutritious. Weight loss is really huge right now. A lot of our clients in the health business, this is the busiest time, right? So what you need to look at is what's going to be in the zeitgeist. What are people going to be talking about? What are going to be people talking about day to day? Well, you could just look at the news. Like right now, people are talking about goals. On the 20th, we're going to start talking about politics. You're going to start talking about money, the potential inauguration, right? There's going to be talk about change. January is really, really big with change. There's also a big push with health right now. So what you want to try to do is talk about what other people are talking about, but put your unique spin on it. So if you're a nutritionist, for example, and we were just doing something about thyroid today, and how do you tie in a topic if you're talking about thyroid? Well, goals, it would be feel better in 2017. And I'm going to show you how, right? So you start gearing your marketing calendar around what people are already going to be talking about, right? You know that people are going to be talking about love on Valentine's Day. That's what, and relationships. So if you can move your brand and your content towards that, you're going to have a much better experience if you can do that, because people are already talking about that, and now you're giving that unique spin on your specific products and services, right? Tying that into what's going on. The second thing to do is to just get one lead funnel in place, right? One thing that when you're creating this content and you're talking with people, that people can do to after they've heard this content, right? After they've heard your unique spin on things, what can people do to engage you more? Now, the whole key with this is you want to get the email address. If you get nothing else, it's the email address. So you hear a lot about ethical bribes. Ethical bribes is just something that you're putting out so that you can get the email address, get information. And here's the rule of thumb. The bigger the bribe, the bigger thing that you put out. If I give you a car, you'll give me a lot of information. If I give you 3 tips that you can maybe get anywhere, maybe you won't even give me your email address, right? So the bigger the bribe, the bigger the bigger the information that you can gather from people. But if you just get their name and email, that's a really, really, really great start. So that's the second thing, which is like put one of these in place. Put it in place very, very, very early on. That's what you want to do. Put it in place very, very, very early on. And the third thing that I want to talk about with the setting goals is consistency. You want to be consistent. You want to stick to this calendar. A lot of people say, "Oh man, I've been doing this for like 3 days now," and it doesn't work. Well, it's going to take more than 3 days. It might take more than 3 months. It might take more than 3 years. Probably not. If it takes more than 3 years, you're probably doing something wrong. But it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, right? So it's the consistency of being front and center. That's the key. You want to be front and center in people's minds. So if you are, let's just say, selling t-shirts, right? And there's certain types of t-shirts that you sell. Let's just say you're selling yoga pants or you're selling fitness apparel. When people are thinking about buying that, you want to be in front of them, or you want to just talk with them, right? So they're coming back to you. This is big time in the service industry. I can't even tell you how many times that I've needed a handyman or a plumber or something. And I got to go search through my contacts, right? Even CPAs. I know CPAs, that's one that say, "Well, we don't really market. Well, you know what? All it really takes to make a little impact on your business is just to stay front of mind with people, stay up with people. How do you do that? Social media is the best way to do that. Email is a really great way to do that. That's the most effective conversion is email, because you own those emails. So that's the stuff I wanted to go over today on the Facebook Live. I got to get back here to doing some podcasts and some video recordings ourselves. I hope everybody is having a great start to 2017. Hope you got your hustle on. You're out there crushing it right now, making deals, selling products and services. And you guys know how to reach me. You can just go to talentbranded.com, go to contact. You can reach me immediately. And also check back with our website. We got a lot of great little tips on it at talentbranded.com that can help grow your brand. So get to it, guys. Grow your brand, and I'll talk to you soon.